Good morning and welcome to another Writer's Morning Commute. Good morning and welcome to another Writer's Morning Commute. So lately, watching the Netflix adaptation of the live-action Death Note movie gave me the desire to rewatch the original. I had never actually watched the original from beginning to end a second time. I watched it as it was coming out on TV when I was in high school. It's been at least, 10 years now? And I think I might have missed a few episodes from after the time jump because they took a break while the show caught up. So it's been a while, and honestly I'm not sure I'd ever actually seen the whole thing from beginning to end. But I had seen most of it. And I just wanted to, care. And one thing that's been really interesting to me, and major spoilers ahead if you haven't seen Death Note, go ahead and turn it off. Also, lesser spoilers for Breaking Bad and a few other things. But I've gotten to the point where Elle dies, which I have watched up to there a few times. Usually, I either watch up until the tennis game, or up till Misa's introduction, or until Elle's death. But this time, I've actually continued on, and I wanted to watch the whole thing. On episode 30, I have 8 episodes left. And so far, I've been very surprised by how much I'm enjoying the post-Elle storyline. It's not as good as the original, for sure. But I'm still liking it. N and M are a little bit less, that's one of the bigger issues, is the fact that they're not quite as interesting as Elle. They don't get quite as good as characterization. But they're still, okay, they're still enjoyable. But less about their characterization and more about what they force Elle into doing. The new Elle, who's what they force Light into doing. The cat and mouse between them is, I believe, of comparable quality at least to Light versus Elle. That's something that's really important to keep in mind for different adaptations. Because I think the reason why I'm enjoying it so much is because I'm watching it at my own pace. I'm not waiting a week for a new episode to come out. I don't have that build up just to be disappointed that, oh hey, we're still missing that characterization. Another kind of famous instance of this in the film and TV world is with Breaking Bad's episode The Fly. The episode has some plot progression, a little bit of characterization, but not very much. A lot of the focus of the episode is on a very slow-paced exploration of Walt and Jesse's relationship through Walt insisting that they catch this single fly that's worked its way into their laboratory. Obviously, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, and Jesse doesn't care, but Walt's getting super freaked out about it, and insisting that it poses a potential to contaminate things. And there's other things going on, but really, it's just a very slow-paced look at them, and kind of watching Walt break down as he's expecting to be killed anytime. And a lot of people, when that show aired, complained about it. A lot of people who have only watched it when they were watching on a weekly basis have complained about it. But a lot of people who watch it on Netflix and just stream the series and go one episode after the other, or like me, who I'm just watching one episode a day, I actually enjoyed the episode a lot. My wife actually enjoyed the episode a lot when we were streaming it at our own pace. And it seems to be a common split between people who streamed it and enjoyed it because they could just watch it and move on to another episode that has a bit more meat if they want to, or people who waited a whole week for that and now have to wait a whole another week to get an episode with more content. In the book world, I've noticed a effect that's kind of similar, a result of adaptation that's changed how I write specifically. Currently, we have kind of three ways to read books, either physical print, or ebooks, or audiobooks. And I've noticed in listening to audiobooks that sometimes, I think this especially happened in Game of Thrones a few times, in print books, you can skip dialogue tags pretty frequently. You don't need all of the he said, she says to make it clear who's talking, because you can see where the paragraph breaks are. But sometimes the audiobook narrators don't do as good of a job as they could, maybe, in differentiating voices. And as such, I've had multiple times in different books where I'm not sure who's saying a certain thing. So whenever I write, I always try to make sure that when spoken aloud in a monotone voice, it's still clear which character is speaking. And that makes me use more dialogue tags than a lot of other writers prefer to, more than I prefer to for this print. But I think it's worth it to make that other adaptation sometime in the future, hopefully, worthwhile and better. So thank you for writing with me, and I hope you have a great day.